Hi guys, I just wanted to do a very quick live. This live is actually the first part of what I wanted to talk about. So tomorrow night I'll be talking about the second part, obviously. So tonight is about, some of you have been asking me about my fitness, what I do, why I do it, and what it's all about. So let me go back to, I think it was about 3 years ago. I was living in Sydney. I was wanting to get back into fitness, and I looked up, I was just Googling different fitness trends. In the past I've done a lot of running, tennis, and swimming, and horse riding, and I wanted to do something that was a little bit different and challenging. So I somehow stumbled across obstacle course running, and what this involves is so it's basically like half a marathon or shorter distances. So you're running, but you're running from obstacle to obstacle, and the obstacles vary. There's, you never actually know what kind of obstacles you're really gonna get. By the way, those who don't know, I am a Spartan lover. Spartan is one brand of an obstacle course. There are many types of other companies who organize their own obstacle courses. So in terms of the obstacles, you can get anything from I guess the usual culprits are the challenges are the wall climbs. So you have to pull yourself over a wall and basically throw yourself over. So do a pull up and then go over the wall. Hi Claudia, how are you going? Love this wave thing. There's wall climbs, there's rope climbs where you climb up to the top of the rope and you ring a bell. You are climbing across walls which have little rock climbing holds. So you hold the rock climbing thing and you climb across the wall, and then you ring a bell. I love bells in Spartan. There's also climbing under barbed wire. What else is there? Again, a lot of running, balancing over logs. Oh gosh, there's climbing over A-frames. Lots and lots of challenging obstacles, especially the ones that I have struggled with in the past, are the ones that involve height. Now, a few days ago I did a live on zip lining in a cave over in the US, and that really challenged me, and I was really happy to have the backup of the community that I was with over there in the US. So anything to do with heights, like climbing ropes, A-frames, that sort of thing, is quite challenging for me. And so doing obstacle courses is an amazing sport, because not only are you physically challenged, but you're also mentally challenged. Yesterday was actually quite funny. I had a staff meeting at the school, and we were talking about the different kind of mindsets. And I was actually quite happy because we were talking about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So it can apply, I guess, to all areas of life, especially to life. That's one of the reasons why I love Spartan, is because it encourages you to have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. So what do I mean by a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? So I guess having a fixed mindset is having, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I've done this in the past and it hasn't worked, so I might as well not try it again. What else is there? Looking at people who, to yourself, to your own perception, seem a little more successful and being threatened by them. Whereas a growth mindset is kind of like pushing through all the obstacles, facing your fears and doing it anyway, safely, of course. You're up to learning new things, you're up to challenging yourself. Doing these lives is also challenging for me. I'm introvert, I'll admit that. So doing any kind of public speaking is not something that I'm super comfortable with. And also looking at people, growth mindset also means that you're looking at people who are in your own perception successful, and success depends on, it's quite different to everyone. So looking at those kind of people and being inspired by them and pushing yourself to be the better version of yourself. So going back to obstacle courses, the reason why I love them is, yes, you're physically, like, it takes you at least a week to recover, especially trying to get all that mud out of, you find mud like at least a week later still, especially in the hair or in the earbuds. Oh yeah, another obstacle is going through little muddy hills. So you're climbing over the hill and then you're sliding down or being pulled down by a teammate into the muddy water and then trying to climb yourself out, which is quite difficult when the mud is slippery. So going back, what was I trying to say? So physically, yes, you are challenged. It takes you a while to recover from that, but also another benefit for obstacle course training is mental. It definitely helps, like, teaches you to have a growth mindset instead of fixed mindset. What else is there? Also bonds. Like the first obstacle course I ever did, I did it with three members of my CrossFit gym 3 years ago, and at one stage I actually got separated by the three of them, and there was an obstacle where I had to climb some stairs onto a container ship. There was 2 container ships stacked on top of each other, so that's pretty high, and there was a net in between that you had to kind of climb over and then get onto another container ship. So that was I'm getting better. The more I do it, the better I'm getting at it. But the first time, it was my first course, so of course I was freaking out, and there were 2 women behind me who were encouraging me. I've never met these people before, so they were encouraging me, supporting me, and holding my hand along this particular obstacle. So I guess the thing that I'm trying to get across is that another benefit is you can create bonds with complete strangers. So even though this is quite an individual sport, you are going over the obstacles yourself, it is also a social sport because you're meeting new people. There are complete strangers are supporting you along the way. The last obstacle course, the last Spartan I did, I had 4 people literally try and throw me over a wall. Hi Ahab, how are you going? Just explaining like the part 1 of benefits of doing obstacle course running. So I guess that's all I had. That's all the notes that I had. Like, just the benefits are physical, mental, and definitely social. So the last obstacle course that I did, I went with 3 other people. I had never met these people before. So we went from Perth down south somewhere south of Perth. And by the end of it, we were best friends, and we are still really, really good friends. So yeah, it creates really good bonds with people. So tomorrow night, so what I'm going to go through is, a few people have asked me what I do in terms of my fitness and why I'm training so much. I am training, I'm back training because my hand, I've been all cleared, my hand. It's not, bone is broken, and I have been cleared to run again, do obstacle courses again, of course. Not going in and boxing any people this time, and wearing wrist protection, a lot more protection. But tomorrow night I'll be talking about the different things that I'm doing in order to train for these things, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to tell you now. You'll find out tomorrow. So watch tomorrow. Bye, Claudia. Bye, Ihab. I'll hope you're having a good night. I'm gonna head off. It is raining and I need to get home for dinner. I'll speak to you tomorrow.